Okay, so good afternoon everyone. My name is Arnel Madraso. I am a teacher blogger. Currently, I'm a faculty of Far Eastern University and an active member of De La Salle University Alumni Association lifetime member. So I'm currently here. I'm at Far Eastern University Library. This is a special collection section of the library. I can see when I enter it here, there is a collection of Nick McKim, who was a national artist, and other national artist collections in this section of the library. I think this is the third floor beside the Filipiniana section. So for this blog, um, this is more of a preview. I already posted this in my Instagram and in my Facebook that I'd be reviewing this. I'm currently reading this book by Bowden, and the title of the book is The Wisdom of Faith. So initially, I have read 4 or 5 pages after reading Francis Under Order. So this is now the novel that I'm reading. In times where, or in times when, for example, we are contemplating about decision making, contemplating about life. Sometimes we come across books like this, and that we cannot just say no. So I bought this because I can see from the picture on the cover, I can see that this man, the author, has experienced a lot. I think he is a person to listen to, because looking at his experience, looking at his age, I think he can say a lot of things already. Now, looking at the title, The Wisdom of Faith, I can already predict that the book is an inspirational type of book, and that it is scripture based, in fact. But reading this, it's not one of those inspirational books that you will already be contemplating immediately about uh, what is supernatural and what is of God's. In this case, well, it started with Proverbs. In the Proverbs alone, or the title, the Wisdom of Faith, somehow we can already say that, okay, so it talks about God, obedience to God. But in the introduction, it commences immediately. It captures my attention because he immediately shared a very personal experience, which in fact really caught my attention, my emotion. Uh, it's actually narrating about how the death of his son-in-law and his grandchild. That was in 2004 when Hurricane Francis approached Florida Gulf Coast. When the Hurricane Francis hit that area. And so, a family member, son-in-law with his grandchild, died. So that is, I think, that experience somehow would lead us as a point of departure to what is supposed to be the wisdom of faith. So reading through this, it's like listening to a father talking to a son. It's like he has this not authority, like authority, personal authority, but citing God. I can't just leave the book and not continue on reading. It's like listening someone preach, and then you wouldn't want to continue listening because you know already what the sermon would be about. This one is different. It's like he is he has this talent. Well, the author is a coach, is a champion coach of football. And so somehow that is quite different, right? That is, his approach is a bit different. I was thinking that he is really not a writer type, but his smooth way of presenting scriptures, I think, is genius. It's like when you read the pages, when you read one page, it somehow simply It's simply, you can simply absorb whatever he is telling telling in his in that particular page. For example, this one. This caught my attention really. This one, let me read. When we meet the living God, our lives are called into question at a deep and fundamental level. We are, we are forced to admit that we cannot fill the void in our own lives, much less fill the void in others. We hurry through life as if we're in a rush for the end, yet never sure why we rush. Our way of living isn't working as planned. Our best efforts have proven feeble and insignificant. God forces us to own up to our failure. It is crushing and helpless realization, one that God hardwired into our genes. So, as human beings, we always experience this void within us. We keep on rushing in terms of decision making, career, love life, and all. But then at times, we experience that void in us. So, well, it's a good thing if we recognize that God is in our midst. But the problem is if we experience a void without recognizing that God is in our midst. So that, I think, is a challenge for us. So for those of you who are listening to this vlog, perhaps you might want to consider reading this book. So this is just a preview. I let you know more about my thoughts about this book in the part one of my review of Bowden Bowden's The Wisdom of Faith. Right? So I'll be uploading this in a while. Thank you for always supporting applylinguistics101.blogspot.com. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your kindness, for always supporting me, for my friends, local here in the Philippines and abroad. Thank you for those of you who are in the United States, UK, Canada, Australia, in the Middle East. Thank you for always supporting this blog. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope to upload more blogs in the future. Blogs like this, book reviews, right? So thank you. See you later.